Well, hi again. It's Tim, your living sky guy from the Paris of the Prairies, beautiful Saskatoon. And here I am playing a mulligan on this live stream. Yes, I already did this live stream once, and when I went back to review it at about the 4-minute mark, a battery died in my microphone. So yes, as much as the images were nice, it would have been nice to hear what I was talking about. So let's try this again. And for those of you who tried watching the first time and gave up when it got silent, sorry about that. Sorry for the inconvenience. That's the beauty of live broadcasting. So what's today all about? Today is just an update of Comet Neowise. I put a video out a couple of weeks ago talking about where to look for it and things like that. But of course, comets are a changing thing. They move through the sky. And a couple of weeks ago, it really was an early morning effort, something you had to set the alarm for early because it was so low in the horizon that people through most of Canada at the 49th parallel, where the majority of our population was, really couldn't see it until it got a little higher in the sky. Well, it has now changed from being a early morning comet into what's known as a circumpolar comet, which basically means it's in the sky for, if you're at 49 degrees or higher in latitude, it's in the sky the entire day as it's going around the celestial pole. Of course, in the daytime, you're not going to see it. So what does that mean for us in anywhere in Canada, North America, Canada or the world in the northern hemisphere at about 49 degrees and up? We can pretty much see it as long as we got a clear northern horizon and it's dark and it's not cloudy. So where do you look for it? Well, right now what you want to do is you want to wait until at least an hour after sunset, because of course we're in summertime and we do have those short nights, so it takes a little while to get darker. Right now, for example, in Saskatoon, sun setting around 9:30. I usually don't go looking for the comet until about an hour and 3/4. So about 11:15 if you're in Vancouver or Toronto or anywhere in that sort of lower part of the country, you could probably get away with maybe 10 or 10:30. And where you're going to be looking is, let's take here, you're looking in the northwest sky. If you can spot the Big Dipper, here's our good friend the Big Dipper, and right now just below and to the east is where you're going to find Neowise. And at this is showing the sky at Saskatoon at about 11 o'clock at night. And you can pretty much see it's almost halfway between the horizon and the Big Dipper, the bottom of the Big Dipper, that one star Mirac. Okay, as well, another good waypoint to look at is this very bright star, Capella. I'm putting it in the center of your screen right now. That star Capella, you're seeing, if that is kind of a, if you can see Capella and the Big Dipper, you can see where Comet Neowise tonight will be. Now, the nice thing about this is you don't have to, like I say, set that alarm for 3 o'clock in the morning anymore, because as it is progressing through the evening sky, as you can see, I'm going to start rolling the clock forward. At about 1 o'clock in the morning, you can see it's still above the horizon. And at about 2:30 or 2:45 in the morning in Saskatoon, it's right above the northern horizon. And then as the sky starts to brighten up, it will be swinging up to that northeast part of the sky. So that makes it very easy for all of us to be able to see. You can either get up really early or you can stay up a little bit later. And making sure that you've got that dark sky and the clear view of the northern horizon, which means if you're living in the base of a mountain, you're going to climb to the top of the mountain. If you are able to get away from the city, just make sure you're putting the city lights behind you or to your sides, which basically means you're going to head north of the city or west or east. Don't go south of the city. You're just putting those bright lights between you and the comet. But even in the city, in Saskatoon, last night I went out at 11:15 and just went out with a pair of binoculars in front of my house. And literally in front of my house, it's street lights and lights from a school, lots of lights shining into my eyes. I put the binoculars up, knowing roughly where I was looking, and I was able to spot Neowise in about 30 seconds. So with binoculars, even the brightness of a city, it's visible. But you will get a better view, definitely, if you get to somewhere where it's a little bit darker. And if that means you're in the city and you can't get out of the city, maybe you don't have transportation, then find a park where there's not as many streetlights around. So maybe there's a beautiful park or preserve area somewhere in your neighborhood. Go with a friend, share this experience with them. And the other thing about it is, not only do I want you to go and share the experience, take some photographs of it. Even if you don't have a DSLR or point and shoot camera, try taking photographs. If you've got a smartphone, if that's all you got, let me show you what you can do with a smartphone. Here's an image right here, and we'll just swap over here. 1 second here. Okay. So this image here, okay, you know what? I think I have a feeling that I was just showing you a bunch of information that I didn't actually show you. So I'm going to go back and recap this in a second. Like I say, still getting used to this new equipment. So this is an image that was taken by my friend Becca, and she lives in southern British Columbia, and she's got a smartphone. And this was just taken with her smartphone, handheld. Technically, it's not what I'd call a technically great shot. Artistically, it's a beautiful shot. Look at that foreground. It is like a piece of art. It truly is. And there's the comet right over there. So as you can see, just handheld with a smartphone, she got an absolutely gorgeous image from it. And there are apps you can get for your smartphone which will let you increase exposure or increase sensitivity. So there's lots like that. I'm going to go back once again, because I have a feeling I forgot to share this screen with you. So as I was saying, if you are looking for the comet, for example, tonight, let's just come back here and go to 11 o'clock at night. There is our good friend, the Big Dipper. And if I did show you this, I'm repeating it, I'm sorry, but I want to make sure you see this. So if you can see the Big Dipper, you can see Comet Neowise. There's the Big Dipper, and just below it and slightly to the east is where Neowise is hanging out. So that's where it is right now. Now, coming up on the 22nd, the evening of the 22nd, 23rd, that's sort of a momentous day for it, because that's when it comes closest to the Earth. So potentially, if it doesn't fade too much between now and those 2 days, we might see it even brighter yet, because it's coming so close to us. So where are you going to be looking in those days? I'll give you an idea here. Come back to our screen. Make sure I'm sharing it with you this time. Okay, so this is Sunday evening, Monday evening, the 20th. You see how it's moving closer to the Big Dipper each night. So that evening of the 22nd, if you're looking for it, just look at the Big Dipper. You'll see those two bottom stars, Merak and Phecda. I'm probably mispronouncing that. Those two, basically, it's going to be almost straight between them and straight down underneath them, about halfway between them and the horizon, a little bit above the horizon. I mean, a little bit above the halfway point on the horizon. And then as the month progresses, you will see as it's slowly, oh, hang on, let's go in the right direction here, Tim. 1 second here. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, why are you going backwards? I went forward, that's why. Let's hit the forward button. So as the month progresses, you can see as it's sort of slowly passing out underneath the Big Dipper and working its way out past through our solar system. So that's my little quick update, my second try at the update on Comet Neowise. What I would suggest is, if you haven't taken the time to look at it, please do. It is truly the comet of the decade. I myself have not seen one this nice since Hale-Bopp in the late 1990s, and it is really magnificent. Definitely worth taking the time to see. So I want to thank you all for taking a few minutes out and spending some time with me in my backyard. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments. I'll answer them for you as best I can. Otherwise, get outside tonight. Look for that clear horizon. Look for the comet. Take your binoculars with you. Take your camera. Take your smartphone. Take something. Just try to enjoy this beautiful piece of celestial miracle that's hanging over in our skies this summer. Take care, everyone. Keep safe. Don't get sick. Stay apart. And clear skies, everyone.